God bless the USA because the first 2024 Alfa Romeo Tonale has finally made it to the States here at Alfa Romeo of St. Pete. Yes, this is a US production model, and this is our first look and first walk around at what's going to change the game completely for the Alfa Romeo brand. Let's get right into it. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Today is the day. Behind me is the 2024 Alfa Romeo Tonale. Let's talk about this, guys. Now, I got this transmitter. It's a windy day. I want to make sure the audio was good for you guys, but we're here at Alfa Romeo St. Pete. They got the first Tonale in for 2024, the game changer for Alfa Romeo. Now, if you guys want to check out more of their inventory, like their 5 Quadrifolios, their Levante Trofeo, their Gran Turismos, everything they have at Maserati Alfa Romeo St. Pete, check the link in the description below. I'm going to link you guys to their website. But big shout out to them because this is the demo model. Now, if you guys don't remember, I was here at this dealership just about a year ago getting the demo model of the Grecale GT when it first came out. What demo means is it's complete production, completely ready to be sold. This just isn't a model for sale. It belongs to Stellantis in Michigan. So keep in mind that the models will be on sale in the next couple of weeks here at the dealership when they arrive. But we got it here first a few weeks early to show off. That's what these demo models are for. So with that said, guys, after waiting 4 years, when the first concept was unveiled in 2019, and the Dodge Hornet came before this, we finally get the US spec 2024 Alfa Romeo Tonale. Let's get right to it. This is going to change everything for Alfa Romeo forever, especially here in the United States where sales are direly needed, and we can get these sales with another new model for the lineup and not just having the Julian Stelvio, but having something completely brand new. Newest technology, plug-in hybrid. It's got the newest and freshest looks from Alfa Romeo. It's got NFT technology. I mean, it's insane. Now, the key fob is still the same exact key that you guys are used to from Alfa Romeo since 2016. So don't worry too much about that, but I just want to show it to you guys for whoever's new here. Now, this is a different platform than the Giulia here or the Stelvio SUV down there. This is not the Giorgio platform anymore. This is Stellantis' platform, CMP platform, that is also shared with Jeep. Now, this is going to be a little bit different, so I'm going to break down everything for you guys that I know here today. Now, we're looking at the TI model, the TI being the luxury trim spec, but it's also the middle trim spec. So you start off with Sprint here in the United States, then you go to TI, which is what's in front of us today, and then you go for the Veloce. But no matter what trim level you get, all of them are plug-in hybrids. We're only getting the PHEVs here. So we have battery technology, electrification, first time in an Alfa Romeo. A lot of firsts here today. So it's gonna be really cool to do a walk around in this thing. And as you guys can see, the paint color. I know a lot of you would say Verde Montreal, which in most cases it is, but here in the United States, this is called Verde Fangio. Yes, they changed the paint color as far as the name. I believe it's the same shade as Verde Montreal. I'm not exactly sure. This might be a little bit deeper than Verde Montreal, as you know, the Verde Montreal is kind of like a bright tri-coat metallic paint. This might be just a regular metallic. I'm not exactly sure, but I know this is called Verde Fangio. And with that said, we have Nero interior or Nero or black interior. So let's do a sweep around this thing. Let me tell you all about it. Let's talk what we need to know about the Tonale for 2024. Let's talk about dimensions for the size of the Tonale. So the length, 178.3 inches, 4,528 millimeters. Your height is 63.2 inches, 1,601 millimeters. And your width with mirrors, 82 inches, 2,082 millimeters, with a wheelbase of 103.8 inches, 2,636 millimeters. And then when we talk about the struts, they're McPherson struts in the front and rear. We have a turn ratio of 14.81, and we have electric power when it comes to the steering. The ground clearance is 5.6 inches, 141 millimeters, while the front overhang is 37.4 inches, 951 millimeters, and the rear overhang is 37 inches, 941 millimeters. Now your front and rear legroom is 41.7 inches, 38 inches, 1,058 millimeters, and 965 millimeters, and you also have a curb weight of 4,133 pounds, 1,875 kilograms, with a payload, including the driver, at 1,197 pounds, 543 kilograms, and a towing capacity of 2,000 pounds, 907 kilograms. Brakes at the front are 13.53 inches, 345 millimeters, while brakes at the rear are 12.8 inches, 305 millimeters. And the trunk volume, with the seats up, you're looking at 22.9 cubic feet, 648 liters, and with the seats down, you're looking at 50.5 cubic feet, 1,430 liters. Now this is where you guys should be really interested, because under the hood, it's a little different than what we know Alfa Romeo. Check that out, guys. So we're looking at a gasoline hybrid. All right, all-wheel drive, 6-speed. We're looking at 285 horsepower and 347 pound-feet, 470 newton meters of torque. And this is a 1.3 liter engine. So with that said, we do have E-position motors in P1 and P4, and we have the E motor horsepower in the rear at 121 horses, 90 kilowatts. So what is that going to take you at? Well, you're going to have a top speed of 125 miles per hour and a 0 to 60 in just under 6 seconds. It's completely different from anything Alfa Romeo we've ever experienced. Different platform, different technology, different engine, different everything. But this is the future, and this is something that a lot of new customers to the brand will look for. Now we have our gas door on this side, but that's kind of boring, right? We can get 320 miles all together, but this is the important side, because this is the plug-in hybrid side. Yes, this is where you actually charge your Alfa Romeo. We can get over 30 miles per charge, 30 miles of electrification. This is crazy. So it shows you the chart here of electrification, and it's got the plug and everything in the back, which I'll show you guys, but this is it. This is your plug cap. So that's it, and then that's your meter there to show you everything charging. It's just insane to see 2 doors, one on each side, and one of them being a plug for this car. Insane. Now, having a lithium-ion, nickel, manganese, and cobalt graphite battery, which is 15.5 kilowatts, is going to add a little extra weight. And I did tell you the weight, but I want to let you know that the battery weight itself is actually 276 pounds. Now let's take a look at the TI and what it offers for the luxury middle spectrum. So up front, the design language is a little bit different for Alfa. Obviously, we have the big Tralobo and Scudetto up front, but it's got an aluminum finish for the TI, to where the Veloce has a dark finish. And look at that 3D grille. That's really cool design element right there for the just kind of overall front fascia. It gives it more aggressiveness and presence. So then you also have extra feed through, if you guys can see it there, for this grille right here. That's functional grille. Functional right here in the middle for actual cooling and everything there. You can also see down below, we have the honeycomb grille. It's functional. We have the radar right there for technology. We have the aluminum lip going across as well. Again, all these are put here for a reason, all right? This is not here just to look good, but to actually function with the car, give it the best fuel economy, give it the best looks, and overall the best performance. So with that said, I really like the design. I really like that you have the little feed-throughs on the side here, because that also gives it more aggressiveness when it comes to the sides. I really like the black going across here and then feeds it to the aluminum. So I really do enjoy this design. You can see the tri-LEDs. That's the new one for 2024. We finally get tri-LEDs for these models, paying homage to older Alfa Romeos. So with that said, this is the big elephant in the room. Yes, that's only US specs or North American specs. We have to have the amber reflectors. It doesn't look as good as the clear reflectors, I know. Will it just mess up the design? No, it will not. But it is a little bit of an eyesore, but there's nothing anybody can do about that. Now, let's come along to the side. You can see that the gloss black from the front carries around the wheel arches, just like how we know in the Stelvio, all right? So that's a black. For the Stelvio, it's Vesuvio gray. This is actually gloss black. We have our wheels here, which I believe these are 20-inch 5-hole wheels for the Alfa Romeo Tonale. Michelin, all season, 4 tires. We also have the aluminum for the finish. And the brake calipers, well, maybe it's normally going to say Alfa Romeo there, but it does not say anything currently there. And then we have our Alfa Romeo center cap there. Coming along the side skirt, you will see that we do have gloss black mixed in with the aluminum trim going throughout it. Again, giving it more styling. It's not just there. It's just kind of like integrated into the design that gives it a sexier, sleeker look. I really like that. TI badge, that lets you know what model spec we're working with here on the front fender. So we have it in aluminum and gloss black to match this whole setup here. And then the mirror caps, gloss black, Italian flag, amber turn signal, really cool look. Now the gloss black window moldings are going with everything here, but we also have the roof. It is not a panoramic roof, so we have the shark fin done in gloss black here, but we have the Verde Fangio roof to up here to where this turns into glass. So this is your roof here, all right? So keep that in mind, it's not a panel. Now, we do have some gloss black right here, which I would think that's where roof rails would be. We have our rear haunches that have the gloss black and it feeds into our rear bumper, which I'll get into in just a moment. We have our spoiler up top and then the black going along the sides with, yes, the LED tail lamp. This whole tail light LED bar just looks so cool. Check it out, guys. With the Alfa Romeo insignia in the middle and Tonale script, I love this thing. You'll see it illuminated at the end of the video. Check out the rear diffuser. No exhaust tips, all done in gloss black, so you guys can see where the exhaust tips would normally be. If you get the Veloce trim, you will have exhaust tips, not for the Sprint or TI. All right, so you do have exhaust tips on the Veloce. Keep that in mind. Now you can also see the aluminum rear diffuser right there as well for extra styling, and the reflectors there. You put it all together, and there we are for the rear of the Tonale. We'll take a look at it from another angle here. And it looks good to me, guys. I really like the look of the Tonale, man. It's very sleek, and it's up to today's standards and what you would expect from an Alfa Romeo vehicle in 2024. Bam! Look at the serpent there with the plug and the charging bolt. Such a cool thing, such a cool Easter egg and just design element to put on the car. Alfa Romeo thought about everything when they thought about how to design this and put in a lot of Italian flair and flavor in it. And I can't be happier. I want to do exhaust revs for you guys, but it's not much because it's not much. So we'll do it, but it's not much. Now we talked about how much space we got back here, but let's try to get under here. So it's really far down there to reach. And then you guys can see 60-40 folding split, center feed through. Got our privacy shade right here. All right, you can see the seats there. And then you guys can see that we do have a false floor. Open that up and you can see that we do have our charger here. So this is our charger for the Tonale. All right, so you can see the plug in here, and this is what we use. And look, it's got the Alfa Romeo insignia, really cool. All right, and then you have your front plate kit here. You have your tire inflate kit, screwdriver. You have your tow hook back there, and that's what you got underneath here. Now, what was really cool about that, I don't know if you guys noticed, but when I lift this up, it catches here. I didn't have to hold that up. Look at that. Design, practicality, again. Alfa Romeo strikes again, just like they did with the Stelvio and how practical that was. Bam. I mean, that's really cool. Again, just little things you won't notice until you notice. And if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys give the video a big thumbs up. When you give the video a like, it helps grow the channel and get more opportunities to get more beautiful cars like the 2024 Tonale behind me here today. Now, as Anakin Skywalker would say, this is where the fun begins. The interior of the Tonale. Let's go for it, guys. Now, opening the door, first impressions, you can tell it's Alfa Romeo-esque. Okay, when you know Alfa Romeo, you're gonna know a lot of this interior. You're gonna be able to navigate it right off the bat. A couple of things I did notice, no Alfa Romeo side sill that's done in aluminum here. And again, you know, it's pretty chill, pretty Alfa Romeo. So like, look at the door, you know, the Harman Kardon speaker, same lock system, our memory seats, same aluminum door handles, you know, so for this stuff, it's a lot Alfa Romeo. I mean, we do have some soft touch plastic and materials here. All right, and this kind of like aluminum textured material. Something new, that's new. But other than that, guys, I know it's a different platform, but look at the seats. They're a little different, but there's that same kind of Alfa Romeo preparation you're used to. Same headrest for Alfa Romeo and the stitching there, all done in Nero. I mean, it looks good, but again, if you know Alfa Romeo and you like Alfa Romeo, you're going to enjoy what we have here. But there's a couple of things that are going to be a learning curve. Let's get in here. Look at that. Cool little entrance screen. Now, this just started up on fuel. I felt the engine. Reason being is because I believe the battery is dead or is close to dying. There's only 30 miles of range on it. You can see right here, it says 0, and it shows the battery, 0 miles, so the battery needs to be charged. So that's how you know that you're gonna be using your gas. Again, you can use 30 miles of just electricity. That's even when starting the car, you will start like that. But right now we don't have any battery left, so we cannot do that. So let's do a quick overview of the steering wheel because it's basically the same steering wheel you guys are used to for Alfa. Like I said, if you sit down in this, you'll be very familiar on this aspect. Steering wheel, flat bottom leather around, perforated leather on the sides, start stop button right there. On the steering wheel, driver assistance controls on this side, and your menu controls and radio controls on this side. Now, no paddle shifters because this is the luxury spec trim. It does not have paddle shifters. I think you get paddle shifters on the Sprint and Veloce trims, not on the TI. So normally you would have those column mounted aluminum paddle shifters. Behind it, you'll see your lane keep assist, and you'll see your lighting controls there as far as your headlights and brights, and then you'll see your windshield wiper controls on that side. And if you come over here, you can see your menu view as well. Menu view, let's talk about that. 12.3-inch digital speedo for the first time. So I'll put it in drive so I can get the full view there. And now I can change it by pressing that button on the side. So as you guys can see, look at that. We got 3 different, I think it's evolved, relaxed, and classic for the speedo here. So look at that. Those are our 3 modes as far as everything for the speedo layout. All right, we have tons of information. Do you guys see the Serpent there with the electrification like you see on the C-pillar? That's really cool. You can see we have 112 miles to empty. This is our fuel gauge here. This is our speedo, obviously, with our dials there. You can see all of our information up here. All right, like our lights, the time, everything up top, the temperature. So all of that is there, if you guys can see that quite well. And then in the middle of this is really cool. This shows us our actual location. So this is our GPS right here. If I start driving and go on the roads, it's going to show us the roads right there. Again, this is really cool technology. All right, the Serpent is also on this side as well. This shows us our RPMs and our miles on the car. So really cool to see all of this laid out. You can see that this is our DNA mode, dynamic, natural, advanced efficiency, and EV mode. So it shows the drive modes there, and it shows what gear we're in, which is drive right now because my foot's on the brake. So if I were to change anything, like put it in the park, you see that change to P. Put us off the brake, and then that comes up there. So that doesn't show until you put it in drive mode. All right, you put it in park, you're gonna have that selection there. So this is my favorite view out of the 3. This one's not bad. I'm not a big fan of the full. Let me do this in park or in drive so you can see the full view, which shows all of the navigation. And we have the dial view, which I like, and then this is like the half dial view. So I think this one is definitely my favorite. All right, so that's a learning curve. We still have our HVAC vents that are like turbine vents. All right, we have this kind of cool aluminum. I don't want to say aluminum. I'm not exactly sure what the texture is. You can kind of see it. The camera is not doing it good justice. There you go. So you can kind of see that there. And I'm pretty sure this is where your ambient lighting shines, if I can figure that out where that's at. But that's a cool looking design. Leather going throughout over the glove box and going through in the middle with the stitching. Soft touch plastic at the top. Another HVAC vent there. On this side, I know I'm going all over the place, guys. There's so much. On this side, your lighting controls and your trunk and fuel doors. So there you go. You have everything there on that side. Not exactly sure if that's your fuel or your PHEV plug-in door. Could be either or. You have the telescopic steering wheel, as you guys can see right here. So I pull that down, and then I can put it where I want, and then click that back up. All right, so we have that. Over here, we have our HVAC vents. We have our HVAC controls. And I do like that they're physical buttons. That's nice. We have our USB 2.0 and USB-C. For our charging, we have a wireless charging pad right here. And then we have a 12 volt right there. All right, our DNA drive mode. So, dynamic mode. Most throttle response, best performance. That's when you want to rip it. Natural mode. Everyday driving, city driving, bumper to bumper traffic. Still got a little bit of get up and go. Advanced Oh, wait, hold on. So I tried to go to advanced efficiency, and it says, let me do that again. Advanced efficiency mode, temporary unavailable, battery level too low. So you can't use advanced efficiency if you don't have any battery. Good to know, because advanced efficiency will probably use basically EV mode. So if you want to use natural and dynamic, is basically going to use all your gas. Advanced efficiency EV mode. Good to know. All right, and then you can turn your traction off. If I hold that up, my traction is off. I have a traction control switch on an Alfa Romeo. Go figure. Our gear selector, a lot different than what we're used to, but made of aluminum and gloss black like on the exterior of the car with leather as well and a leather boot. We have our drive mode selectors here. So we have park, reverse, gear selector, park, reverse, neutral, drive, and you can do manual mode here. So I know you don't have paddle shifters, but you can still do manual mode using that. Now, the big elephant in the room is, how does reverse look? Well, we got Uconnect 5, baby, so reverse looks so much better now. Look at the camera, look at the 360 view, so much better, guys. If you have an Alfa Romeo or watching the Alfa Romeo videos, you know what I'm talking about. This is worth it alone, all right? So that's great. We'll get more to that in just a second. Radio controls here, all right? Electronic parking brake. I believe this is parking sensors. This is, okay. Parking maneuvers, parallel, perpendicular, parallel park exit. Okay, so this is extra parking controls here and parking assist. That's cool. All right, so these, I believe, like I said, are your parking sensors. Yeah. And then eSave, that's going to be, again, for your DNA mode, but it says eSave on over there. I'm not exactly sure if eSave is going to help us because we don't have much battery. So, not exactly sure how that works yet. All right, central tunnel looks really good. Cup holders in there, nice Italian size cup holders. And then a nice Italian size armrest because that boy is small. All right, but it's a small platform. So yeah, there it is, guys. It's there. All right, so we do have the sunroof up there letting in a lot of natural light. It looks like a day in the UK because this does not look like Florida weather, but I guarantee you guys I'm at Alfa Romeo St. Petersburg. You can also see that we also have up top, if that will focus in, there we go. So we have our open and close for our sunroof with our SOS dome light and our door lights, puddle lights, everything up top here. And then our controls, HomeLink controls for the garage door and everything up top there. Really cool. Glove box here. Pretty big size. That's actually really big. Do like that. Uconnect 5 ran by Google, Android, Alexa. It's got an intelligent assistant in it. It's got everything. I mean, this system is so good. And like I said, again, we've seen it in the past, 3 years now? So with that said, this is going to be different because it's alpha, so obviously you're going to have things like the e-hybrid mode, so you can see the battery level and everything like that. Obviously, we don't have anything there, and it's going to say on a level 2 charger, it's going to take us 2 hours and 16 minutes to charge up that 30%. On a 120 volt level 1, 10 hours. So that's something you will plug in at home, just a regular level 1 charger at home, and you can go to bed, plug it in, and then wake up probably close to 30 miles per hour, or 30 miles per hour, 30 miles per charge. And then if you went to a level 2, maybe like, just a regular charger, just went somewhere for a couple hours, walked around on a mall or doing anything like that, you can charge it in 2 hours and 16 minutes. So this is really cool to have these kind of levels of, just explanation, because it's going to be a learning curve for everybody, So this is cool to have all the breakdowns here and to show why it's really essential for you guys to get into these kind of PHEVs and break it all down to what these do. So eSave mode, this explains it, preserves the current hybrid battery level for later use and may increase battery charge level. Battery save reclaims energy from braking and coasting. Battery charge may also use the engine to charge the battery to the selected target battery level. So that's really cool to know, because I was just trying to figure it out. So you can change the target charge level as well. So battery charge, battery save. Again, really cool. So I did want to go over this just to show you guys what we have here. I'll go to my car. You'll see what we have for the Tonale here. So our service, it looks like it's going to be probably every 8,000 miles or every 365 days. I think this has gone down, obviously, because the car has been driven. And then you have drive mode explorer, so you can see what the drive modes do between each drive mode. So I can't go in advanced efficiency, I don't think. Yeah, it won't let me, but you can see that if I go up to dynamic, what changes? And then maybe if I turn the traction off. No, it doesn't show anything there. So I can only show you natural mode and dynamic mode between what changes here, not advanced efficiency, because I can't go into it. Trip there, that's pretty self-explanatory. We did e-hybrid. Performance, so your performance gauges there, accessory gauges, your controls, so we got the surround view camera and the screen off, your settings, everything as far as your settings here are all available. Oh, I guess there's not that much here. I gotta go up. Oh wait, oh yeah, you go up that way and down this way. So I can go to lights and go up and down. Okay, brakes, there's no extra doors and locks. And then up top, you guys can see we have our temperature for the HVAC. We have our seats, which are cooled here, and you have heated and cooled seats. You can see your menu controls here. You can also see where you can add different widgets for that menu. You can have your driver profiles there, your notifications. This is the actual weather here, and the time, and your Bluetooth, all that stuff here. This is the second passenger there over there. So a lot of cool stuff here when it comes to everything Tonale. Again, I think Uconnect 5 is such a great system, so they really knocked it out of the park with this. It's the best infotainment we can have for this. Now, one thing I want to find out, let's see if we can do it, guys. Vehicle, let's go into settings. Let's try to find the ambient lighting. So there's lights, interior ambient lighting. All right, so let's turn it all the way up. We're not going to be able to see it probably. All right, now look at that. See, so you can see we have blue. Can I select it? Yep, blue, green, white, yellow, and a red. But I don't think I can see that. So it's there. But since it's not dark, we do not have to the opportunity to show those off. But I did want to show that because I did tell you that we have the ambient lighting color. So again, that's something new in Alpha. It's bringing all the technology inside of this thing. Check out the rear of the Tonale. It's pretty simple. I mean, you have your perforated leather seats, as you guys can see here, all done in black. You also have a nice big size armrest here. I do like the size of that. That's a lot wider than the Stelvio with the center feed through. I like that. Cup holders there, of course. Over here, you have USB-C and USB 2.0, so you can have both with your HVAC vents there as well. And then other than that, for your door, I mean, there's not much going on here, just leather. You know, you got your speaker, kind of small in there, but then the speaker is bigger down here. Window control, and there's kind of like aluminum design, kind of like texture design, and then normal aluminum there. And then soft touch plastic. That's about it for the rear of this. So it's pretty simple when it comes to the interior rear for the Tonale. These are gonna sell super well in the States, guys. Just mark my words here. These are gonna do super well, and we're gonna have them on the channel. I mean, as they come into dealerships, biggest thing is this does not have a sticker because, again, it's a demo model, so I don't have the pricing breakdown for everything and what this would totally cost. We start at $42,000. That's before all of the extra stuff and all that. So we're not there yet as far as being able to tell you the breakdown of the price. As soon as the dealership models come in, the ones that can be sold, I'll have the breakdown and the sticker breakdown, but I'm happy about this. I'm happy to see this, and I'm really just excited about the brand finally having a new model, finally having something to talk about, and you know, this is going to do very well for the brand. I can't wait to get a hold of one. Alfa Romeo USA, I know you're watching. I need a Tonale for the week to take it through Daytona and show this thing off. Of course, I had to show you guys the illumination for the new Tri-LEDs. So you guys can see the amber flashers for the running lights. They are switchback LEDs, so they're the bright white when they're running, and then amber when they're a turn signal, and then you have your LED headlamp right there. So it's our first time really seeing this. Looks really cool. Right over that Italian flag in the mirror cap, we have the amber turn signal, which is really cool. And that Italian flag adds more flair. And then the LED light bar in the back with the turn signal on the side there. This full light bar is gonna look crazy at night. Such a cool look for the new Alfa Romeo DNA. All right guys, so first look at the Tonale. What do you guys think so far? From what we're seeing out of the TI spec, the luxury level spec, what do you guys think about the Tonale? I want to know your first impressions with this first look around. Drop those comments down below. Now, if you guys did enjoy the video today, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. And if you guys want to help further support the channel, always check the links down in the description below where I have a one-time link donation for my PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and Patreon, just in case you guys want to donate an extra $1 or $2 to the channel. Appreciate that love, guys. Thank you so much. You guys can also check out the Ron's Rise merch and social media links down in the description below. Now, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, but click the notification bell so you don't miss one video. And with that said, you guys be blessed. Have a great day, and we will talk to you guys in the next Ron's Rise video. Peace.